everyone, it's Rosie at Visibly Sold here, and today I'm going to talk about my top 10 favorite sales that I made in 2021, starting from 10, which is my least favorite of the faves, and then up to 1, which is my most favorite sale that I made this year, and you have to wait till the end. You will be really surprised what it is. So let's go ahead and dig into it. So number 10 is going to be these Gucci Lion jean pants that I sold. So I picked these guys up from an in-store sale. So somebody came to my store and wanted to sell them for me. I paid $50 because I wasn't quite sure on the authenticity of these at the time. So once I made sure that they were authentic, I went ahead and posted them on Poshmark. So I started at $500. I took an offer for $250, which is maybe cutting myself a little bit short. Not quite sure how I felt on that decision, but I sold them on Poshmark. So I made $250 for the sale and free shipping, which meant that after Poshmark fees, I made about $192, which means I made about $140 total profit on the sale, which is, I would say, not shabby at all, even though potentially I maybe could have made more money than I did. However, I would definitely say this was a really great sale. I really love these pants. I thought the patch on it was really cute. So I'm really excited to maybe branch out next year in 2022 into more luxury items. So keeping on that luxury item theme, my next one is actually the Chanel perfume that I sold on Mercari. So people will really pay up for discontinued perfume scents, especially luxury perfume scents. So this guy was discontinued, I think in like the 80s or 90s, and I went ahead and sold it. And you can see my cost of goods and everything. I will have it pop up below. But I think I paid about $2.50 for this at a thrift store, at a Salvation Army thrift store. And it was right by the checkout, so it was like an impulse purchase. I thought for $2.50, if it was real or not, depending on how it went, I wouldn't be out that much money. And again, ended up being real, and that was really exciting. I think that was a really great sale, and I will definitely be looking for more perfume and more discontinued perfumes in 2022. So my next favorite sale is actually also on Mercari, and this is this art piece that I found at the Goodwill Business. It's like a base of wood, and then it has these little metal, cute little guys like climbing up to the top, and it's actually signed on the bottom, signed Heavenly Upburst. And I just thought this was such a cute little art piece. I picked it up at the bins, and I ended up selling it for like $60 or so, and you know, the cogs are down there, so at bins prices, that's really not bad. I just thought this was a really cute piece. It was really something that I took a risk on. I hope what you take out of this is that sometimes, you know, your items don't have to be super specific and brand named. Sometimes they can just be really kind of kitschy and cute, and as long as you use good backgrounds and good keywords, you can go ahead and make sales that way. So I just really love this piece. I thought it was really cute, and that is why it is my number 8 on my list. So number 7 is actually this little kid's gunny sacks dress that I found while I was on vacation. And it's my favorite because I found it on vacation, and it definitely helped pay for some of my vacation. So isn't that the best way to go on vacations, is to be able to do a little thrifting while you're out and make that money back from that vacation right while you're on vacation. So I found this gunny sack dress. It had the tag cut out of it. But I'm very familiar with gunny sack dresses, and I know what the bottom part of the tag looked like, and it still had like the bottom part of the tag. They had just cut the bulk of the tag off. So I was able to match it up with another gunny sack dress that I had and make sure that it was authentic. So it was a kid's version of the dress. So I took $120 sale price. It sold in a day. I was really excited at the way that it sold. I was happy with $120. I think I paid $30 or so for it. And after the Poshmark fees, that means I made $66 a profit on this dress. So would I have made more profit if the cost of good wasn't so high? Yes. But when I spotted it, I knew that I could flip it, and I could flip it fast. And so that worked out really well for me. I loved this sale. Quick, fast, easy, and I love gunny sack dresses. So there was also that going for me. So number 6 is also on my list because I also picked it up on vacation, but a different vacation. So I like to go out to the coast, and whenever I go out to the coast, we make sure to hit some thrift stores on the way there. That way we can maybe get our cost of gas back or whatever. When we went out, I found this dress this Anne Faraday dress. And I wasn't familiar with the brand at all or anything about it, except that I thought it was just really beautifully made. It gave me like lots of Y2K fairy core vibes, and I knew that somebody would love it. So I paid up a little bit. I think I paid about $10 for this dress, which is kind of a big guess because where we thrift, actually there's no cell service, so you can't actually look things up at this thrifting location. You just have to kind of know your stuff. If you know what you are looking for going into it, you're good. But if you are brand new to thrifting, this thrift store is actually really hard because there's no cell service. And so I picked this dress up, and I was really excited that I did because it eventually sold for $90, which is a pretty great asking price there. Which means after the Poshmark fees, I made $64. Is that an amazing sale for a pickup at a Goodwill where I couldn't even look up the comp? Yes, that is why it is on my list for number 6. So my number 5 is actually an eBay sale. So this year in 2021, I have had a little bit of trouble with eBay. I'm not going to lie. I have had some issues with losing a couple items that sold on eBay very early in the year and not being able to have enough sales to water that down. So my threshold of fulfillment was over a 3% cancellation rate. And so that made eBay very unhappy with me. And so I was unable to make any other sales for the rest of the year, which kind of just made my whole eBay account go downhill. And so now I have paused it for the time being until I can get my eBay stats back up. So I'm not selling on eBay right now, but this eBay sale that I made was a Swarovski crystal 3-piece set of 2 clip-on earrings and a matching brooch. And I just thought the set was really beautiful, and I actually picked it up for only 25 cents at an estate sale, and it sold on eBay for $60. A really great sale. I mean, that return rate is amazing, and I really liked the vintage set. I thought it was really cute, so that is why it is on my list as number 5, even though I haven't been selling on eBay much this year. Number 4 is actually a sale that I made very, very early in the year, like basically January, first week of January. And it is this sweater that I sold on Depop. Now, I thought this sweater was so cute when I picked it up at the bins, but I didn't notice that it had a couple of flaws. So I brought it back home, and on New Year's Eve, I went ahead and I stitched it up, and I made this cute little TikTok, Instagram video about it. And then I went ahead and posted that on Depop, and I actually had someone from, I think, the United Kingdom see the video and really like the sweater and order it at full price, which was $64. And I was really happy about that sale. They paid shipping, and it was a really fast flip, especially since it was one of the first items that I actually spent a fair amount of time really investing to stitch and like fix up the flaw. It really paid out for me, which really inspired me to do more fixing flaws in 2021 and now in 2022. So my number 3 on this list is this Grateful Dead t-shirt that I actually got as a donation to my store. And it was authentic, vintage 1990s. And it did not sit on Poshmark too long, maybe like 2 weeks. And it sold on Poshmark for $79. And after the Poshmark fees, that's $63 out of it. So since I had no cost of goods on this one, it was a donation. That means it was a $63 profit for me. Of course, I will take that all day long, especially in Eugene, Oregon. People here love Grateful Dead, so that did not last very long. Now, my number 2 favorite sale, and if you are a person who have watched my videos before, you might have heard of this sale before. It is my silk floor-length Maxi duster. I really think this was beautiful. I picked it up at a thrift store for, I think, about $11 or $12. It sold for $102, which was a full price sale overnight, which was super exciting to wake up to. And after my cost of goods and everything, I made $71 on this vintage duster. Now, it sat in my Poshmark for a full year. So this was not a fast flip for me, but it was definitely worth the time just waiting on it and finding the right buyer who really loved it. So that is sale number 2. All right, drum roll here. It is time for my number 1 favorite sale of 2021, and here it is. These Yves Saint Laurent towels. So I found these towels at the Goodwill bins, and I had just seen somebody else's Facebook post or Instagram post, and I wish I knew who that was because I'd love to give them credit. But they had sold some YSL embroidered vintage towels for, you know, like 50 or 60 bucks. And I was amazed, like, oh my gosh, someone will pay that much for vintage towels. So I was at the Goodwill bins and I found these two towels and I saw the embroidery. I saw just like the fun print on it. And I was like, and I knew immediately I was going to pick those up. So I grabbed them and I threw them in the bin. And my partner, Adam, honestly thought I was pretty crazy for putting some random towels in our cart. But he, you know, he rolled with it. It's bins prices. So how can you say no? And when those towels sold in under a week, we were both just flabbergasted. It was such a quick sale, and I cannot believe that someone paid $52 plus shipping for these used vintage towels. And as you can see, they weren't in the best condition. They had some fraying, especially one of them on the side, and they both weren't even embroidered YSL, only one was. So I went ahead and I sold those guys for $52. After Poshmark fees, that's $39. And after my bin fee, that's maybe like $37. So $37 on some used vintage towels. My number one sale this year. I just think that's so funny. It's my favorite sale because I just can't believe if you would have told me in 2020 that I was selling towels for $50, like tiny little hand towels, I would have thought you were crazy, but here we are. And that's one of the things I love about reselling is that you really just get to dig into the history of items and history of stuff and really just retain the value of stuff that people have left for garbage, basically. So these towels were just a really fun find and my favorite find of 2021. So I hope to see you guys in 2022. We have so much more to learn about resale. I have so many more fun finds to share with you, and I'm sure that there is going to be stuff like the towels that we both will not believe they sold. You know, looking back in 2022, we will be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that was a sale. So I'm really excited to share this journey with you guys. And so I will see you next time on my next video. Happy selling, and I will see you in 2022. Bye-bye.